All right, everyone, now it's time to talk about John McCain again. John McCain's hot under the collar because people are making fun of him online. Too bad, little John. Oh, isn't that so sad? Kind of like you make fun of all the dead Libyans all day after you helped overthrow Gaddafi. You thought that was funny. Almost as funny as Hillary Clinton found it. So, yeah, look who you're in bed with. Jack Posobiec is reporting that sources, and I mean, I don't need anything other than anonymous sources. The CNN and New York Times tell me that all the day. So that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's anonymous sources that I can't actually personally verify, because I'm supposed to trust them. You know, as long as they come from WAPO or the WSJ or something. You know, I'm just going to trust this dude then, and assume that he's telling me the truth when he says that John McCain was talking to some Democrats after the healthcare vote and the sanctions and stuff, and chuckling with these Democrats saying, oh, let's see Donald make America great again now. That sounds like something McCain would say, and I have no reason to disbelieve it. It's like, at this point, most people in the country are absorbing fake news, which means that they're reading the New York Times, the Atlantic, they're watching CNN, MSNBC, Fox, something like that. And most of what they're getting is from anonymous sources. And so here would be a little bit of a cautionary tale. You might as well believe this if you're believing anything that's coming from CNN lately. They're the same thing. Either do one or the other of these two things. Either insist that there be an actual source and don't take it seriously if there isn't, or assume that it's all true, in which case some random person on Twitter, if they're verified, or some random verified YouTube creator, they've got a Gab account, they're on VidMe, there's a Facebook page, oh, they got 50,000 people following their page, it must be credible. You might as well just trust them. Yeah, the Weekly World News, I guess chupacabras really are roaming around Texas, randomly attacking people's dogs. Might as well fucking believe it. What's the point of not believing it? We're constantly admonished by significant numbers of politicians, no less, as well as people within the lamestream, dying cable news media, that they've got journalistic integrity, so just trust us, you dumb fucks. That's what it boils down to. They're essentially trying to convince us to trust whatever they say. We won't reveal our sources. We won't even generally reveal where they're from. Just trust us. The story is real. Okay. So if I want to say, oh yeah, someone who claims that they were like a White House insider contacted me and said that Trump enjoys spinning his wang around and urinating on portraits of Abraham Lincoln, somebody should take that seriously. Because I've got journalistic integrity, look at me, I'm making a claim. It must be true, because I've got, a lot of fans. So somehow that makes me trustworthy. Yeah, you might as well trust it. And by the way, I'd rather trust Jack Posobiec, I'd rather trust him than somebody at CNN, probably. I'm actually more likely to take this seriously. Now, I'm still going to take it with a grain of salt and say, well, I don't have an actual named source here. So, and I don't have footage of it, so, until I see that, I can't fully believe it. But at the very least, I keep getting reminded all the time by CNN and these kind folks in the news media, the cable media, in radio, in newsprint. Oh, if it has an anonymous source, it means there's a real source. And trust us, you can rely upon them. Sometimes, are they even sure who the sources are? Or is it just someone called them from a DC phone number, said, hey, I saw Trump eating dog shit. Or John McCain earlier, he opened up his head in front of me and there were like worms crawling out of it or something. Might as well trust it. And we've really taken a step backwards as a nation lately. And it's largely because of cable news. It's largely because of some of the bigger tech firms working hand in hand with the cable news and with their friends in newsprint. Saw the fluff piece the other day from Salon. Oh, the New York Times is actually doing fine. They're not collapsing. Yeah, it's normal for a firm to cut half of its editorial staff when it desperately needs more editors. That's perfectly normal. They're doing just fine. They're cutting positions and downsizing, but trust us, their circulation's actually up. Now, have you analyzed what the profit margins are on that circulation as opposed to the online world? Maybe now you have your answer, but none of these people want to talk plainly and honestly about such issues. I see fluff pieces all the time. It's like they're stroking one another and their egos. All of these different cable and newsprint firms now, they're very buddy. They used to headhunt after each other. Now they're buddy-buddy with each other. So they talk about how wonderful it is. Like Fox News, they'll come out and say, oh, the people at CNN, they're just so nice. MSNBC comes out, oh, Breitbart's just great. You know, we read it all the time and stuff like. It's like, what a farce. You fakers. You couldn't get any more fake than this. These people pathologically hate each other, but they feel threatened by the administration and by social media, essentially. That's what they feel threatened by. They're losing support. They are. They're cutting jobs. They're getting all sorts of messed up in their comment sections, you know, those firms that keep them open at all. And they're worried. They're like rats fleeing a sinking ship. These are multi-billion-dollar entities, and they're still having problems keeping up with some vloggers. But John McCain apparently doesn't want Trump to make America great again and is openly scornful of the idea and just wants to destroy him because he's secretly a Democrat, or maybe just because he's, you know, got mental problems at this point. They did something wrong during his surgery and he forgot which party he was a member of, maybe. I'm just going to take it seriously. It's not fake news. It's got an anonymous source that says it's true. Why not take it seriously? So there's a cautionary message to the corporate media. You know, other people can make that same claim. Oh yeah, someone messaged me and they said blah, blah, blah. They said that the CEO of CNN enjoys dipping his wick in a fish tank and it's full of piranha, and he finds an absurd euphoria doing this. Well, I guess it's true. There's an anonymous source. Who am I to question that? This person has a lot of fans. They have a lot of Twitterers, a lot of Twitter followers or something. Yeah, you could make the same argument. Oh, I have journalistic integrity. See, that's just a claim too. Oh, I make a lot of money and have a lot of fans, and trust me, I've got integrity. I would never lie to people for clickbait, even though there's a profit motive involved. You know, the sort of thing that the New York Times does on a daily basis. Then these poor souls, these poor lost individuals in the corporate media, they try to balance themselves out because Fox News has problems. And then they alienate their own fans and drive even more of them online. So it's a funny comeuppance for these habitual liars and propaganda artists in groups like MSNBC and CNN. It's very, very funny to watch them. So worried, so in favor of censorship that they once opposed because now they're losing. Yeah, when they were winning, they didn't want any censorship. They wanted to have a captive political audience. They didn't want, you can't censor the book. You can't censor the TV show. Screw the FCC. Ha ha ha. Now all of a sudden they're best buddies with these groups and they want them to crack down on the internet because they're facing too much competition from too many sources. And John McCain's running around with apparently no idea what political party he's in. Allegedly. According to an anonymous source, I guess. That's about all. Peace out.